Hi Wildcats, we have tons of UIL stories to share with you guys.
Let's jump right into it.
Hey Wildcats, I'm Wiley and this is Luke, and he qualified for state for the Vase competition. So tell me a little bit about that.
So pretty much this Saturday, we went, or everyone that was in Vase, we went to the regional competition with all of our pieces, and we did really well. We had a bunch of fours and stuff like that, which is the highest rating you can get.
Wow.
Without going to state. And then I went to state, which is really good and all that. So
Yeah, so can you tell me a little bit about the piece that you made?
So I made a piece, and it's pretty just like, it's like a man's face, and it kind of like symbolizes how people are geared. So it has a bunch of gears and stuff like that around it, and it's like just demonstrating like how he's geared, which is ironic, but I mean that's just how he's geared.
Right.
It just demonstrates that.
All right, awesome. So what's in the future with these upcoming events and past state?
So pretty much state is like April 29th. That's when it usually is. And I kind of just go from there. I'm looking for a gold still, which is like the equivalent of a state championship.
Right.
Or like first. And I've been getting fourth, which is like second. But I mean, after that, if you do get a gold still, they take it for a little bit. But after that, I want to start doing like prints and stuff like that, like the original piece, and then just kind of have a bigger portfolio from that point on.
That sounds amazing. So yeah, good luck with the state competition. Hope you win and get your gold seal. And that's it, Wildcats. On to the next one.
Hello, Wildcats. My name's Preston. Today I'm being joined by Jazzy, and she's going to tell us some wonderful news about basketball. So, can you please introduce us?
Hi, I'm Jazzy. We're currently in the playoffs. We won 2 rounds. We're going in the third round. We're playing Ponder at Rockwell Heath at 7 o'clock.
That's amazing. So, can you please give us the date for the playoff, please?
We're playing on Tuesday, February 20th.
That's awesome. Can you tell us what got you introduced in basketball?
My dad definitely did. He's always loved basketball as he's grown up, and he's definitely been a big inspiration for me.
That's awesome. Do you have any shout-outs to give? Or
Coach Jenkins for always being there for me.
Thank you for the interview. Make sure you go to the next basketball game and on the next one.
I'm Lauren, and I'm here with JC, and I hear that it's National FFA Week. Tell us about that.
So today we had a snack cart for the teachers just to show appreciation towards them. We also wore blue to show that we're a part of FFA. And then tomorrow on Tuesday, we're going to wear our FFA shirts and jackets. And then on Wednesday, we're going to go to all the different campuses and pass out candies with ag facts on them during morning arrival. And then on Thursday, we have anything but a car day, so you can bring like a tractor or anything like that to school. And we also have an FFA meeting in the ag shop at 6:30.
That sounds super exciting. Are you excited for that?
Yeah, it's a busy week.
Yeah, I can imagine. Do you have any other upcoming events?
So on Friday, the boys that have been working on their Ag Mech projects are going to San Antonio to show those projects. And then in the following week, we're going to Houston to compete in the floral contest that they have there.
What exactly is Ag Mech?
So Ag Mech is the boys in the shop, they come up with a project in their head. So like this year we have a hay bunker, and then we have a hay spear and a hay unroller, and those boys they come up with the project, they weld it and they paint it, and then they take it to the show, and there's judges that will go around and judge each project.
That sounds really fun. Well, thank you for coming and interviewing. Thank you, Wildcats, for watching, and on to the next one.
Hey Wildcats, this is
David.
and he just had a UIL math meet. So how did that go?
It went fine. I got either 4th or 5th. I can't remember which one.
So what did you do to get into this?
Miss Jenkins asked me if I wanted to do it. I said yes because I've always been good at math, and I thought it would be good.
So do you know when your next meet is?
Technically it's on March 1st, but I can't go because I have baseball. So the next one I'll go to is in April.
Sounds pretty good. Do you have any shout-outs you want to give?
Miss Jenkins for coaching the team and inviting me to do it.
All right. Thank you for the interview. Thank you, Wildcats, for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Good morning, Wildcats. I'm Colby Crawford, and I'm here with
Kid.
who just recently did a UIL event. Tell us a little bit about that.
So in UIL science, you do 3 different kind of like sub-events. So you do biology, chemistry, and physics. And there's broken down questions in each.
Awesome. I heard you guys had a meet recently. How did that go?
It went good. Me and our team placed
Really? What placement?
3rd.
So in the event, what kind of stuff did you go over? What were the hard points?
One of the hardest parts was physics because I'm a sophomore, so I haven't had the chance to take physics class yet.
Yeah. Okay, well, thank you very much for the interview, and thank you, Wildcats, for watching, and on to the next one.
Hey Wildcats, I'm AJ, and today I'm here with
Manny Mars.
and we're going to be talking about basketball. So how has that been going?
Pretty good. We've had a pretty decent season. We just got second in district. We lost a really good Lonoke team in the championship. So,
Do you have any upcoming games?
yes, we have a playoff game tomorrow in Caddo.
And what has you and your team been doing to prepare for that?
We've been having long 3 to 4 hour practices. We've been in the gym a lot. We've done a lot of team bonding and stuff like that to stay together.
And out of that, what would you say has helped you the most, in your opinion?
Probably just being in the gym in general and just putting up shots.
And speaking of your game to be tomorrow, what do you think your biggest what do you think the biggest obstacle is going to be in tomorrow's game or the upcoming game?
Probably shutting down number 3 because he's been averaging like 20, 25 points a game. And they got some big posts, so making sure we stay on them and not letting them get easy buckets. And then as long as we play as a team, I think we take the win.
All right. And before we wrap up, is there any shout-outs you'd like to give to family members or coaches or friends?
Shout out to Sean Robinson. He's the best point guard.
All right. Well, thank you for coming down to this interview. We wish you luck. And on to the next one, Wildcats.
Hi, Brains Wildcats. I'm Nathan, and this is Sammy. And Sammy here was at a UIL contest recently. So how did that go?
I was this past Saturday. It was a meet. It was a practice meet. It wasn't an actual competition. But I went there for the journalism feature writing, and I actually placed 3rd among the small school division. It's doing a little happy dance in the background, but really what it is you go in there and then they give you a big sheet of all this information about this false event that happened, and then they give you an hour to write a feature article on it, and then you have to print it out and then hand it to them. You can't just send it in. You got to print it out and hand it to them, a paper copy. But anyway, that got me 3rd, and they will hand you a copy back of your work with notes on it, so that you can improve your work for the next time you go to a meet or until you go to competition.
Okay, so what about shout-outs?
Shout-outs. I would love to give a huge shout-out to, first of all, Miss Samples, who prepared me the most. I went in there basically not knowing what was going on, but she gave me all the pointers I needed to know right before I went in. And she's probably the reason I didn't bomb. And also Mr. Lance, who voluntold me for the whole thing. I would not have been there if it weren't for him being like, hey, I signed you up for this already. Is that fine? And that's all I got.
Okay, well, thank you, Wildcats, for watching. On to the next one.
On to the next one.
Hi, Wildcats. I'm Lauren, and I'm here with Lucas. So tell us about the UIL event you went to.
The UIL event I went to, I did number sense, I did calculator skills, and mathematics. Unfortunately, I didn't place in any of them, but it was actually my first time going to UIL, so it was very, it was fun. Yeah.
And were you anxious at all or nervous?
No, I didn't really know what to expect, so yeah.
Tell us a little bit more about the events, like what you do for each event.
So my favorite out of the 3 is probably number sense, which is like more mental math stuff, and I feel like I did the best in that one. Even though I don't think I wasn't really prepared for any of them. So, and then the next one, my second favorite was probably calculator skills, just because it was just like typing. It's kind of like keyboarding, but with the calculator. And then mathematics, I did the worst, and I think I only got 4 out of 60 questions answered.
It's okay.
Wow.
I'm super bad at math. I probably wouldn't have gotten any of those right.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to agree with me, okay? So for calculator skills, do they just give you an equation and you have to type it in?
It's like a really big, complicated equation. You just have to type in it.
Okay.
And the skill is just like typing in, right? That's not, you don't actually have to know what it
So you
is.
just like, is it timed? Does it depend on the time?
Yes, it's timed. You get like, for calculator skills specifically, it's like you get like 30 minutes, I think, to do like a bunch of problems.
Well, do you have any shout outs? No shout outs? Not teachers, friends, family?
Hi, Will.
Okay, that's your shout out?
Yeah, that's my brother.
Well, thank you for coming, Lucas, and thank you, Wildcats, for tuning in. On to the next one.
Hi, Wildcats. I'm Natalie. Today I'm here with
Hallie.
And today I heard we're talking about a band concert. When did this happen?
So this was on Thursday of last week, and I mean, yeah, that's when it was.
All right. So could you tell me a little bit about what the process was like, how you did, and
Yeah. So for the concert, it's our pre-UIL concert, and so we're going to UIL next week on Wednesday, and that is kind of a preparation so that we can, one, play for an audience, play on stage, but also just have a chance to fully run through the music in a professional setting. And it went really, really well, I think. When we were talking about it this morning for like a recap, Mr. Curry said that we did better than he thought we would. So that's definitely a very positive thing. It went well. We played well. And I mean, yeah, it was a pretty good run through.
All right. What was the preparation like for going up to this?
I mean, we practice every single day. We've been starting at 7:30 in the morning to get some extra practice time in. And we have to do pass-offs, which is basically you have to play for one of the teachers so that they can pass off your music so that they know that you play it, and they write you down and check you off. It's like a test, I guess. And so it's all of these things. It's practicing nonstop. It's refining all of everything, doing sectionals and working in groups with the director. All of those things to really get us prepared and to get us playing very well. And it's not just preparation for the concert, it is also preparation for UIL, and so it is taken very, very seriously. And I mean, I think it's been going great. Everyone really enjoys the pieces, and it's been a good time.
All right, that sounds pretty good. When is the UIL coming up?
It is next upcoming Wednesday, which I think is like the 28th of February. Not 100% on that, but I think it is. And it'll be at 10 o'clock in the morning. We go and we perform our concert pieces for the judges, and then at 10:30 we go do sight reading, which is basically we get a piece of music that we've never seen before, and there are like rules and regulations, but essentially it's a piece of music that we've never seen before, and we have like 7 minutes, I think, to read it, fully prepare it, and then we get judged on how well we play it.
All right. Have you done any other practice concerts like recently this year, or is that your first one?
No, that's the only like pre-UIL concert that we ever do. We had our Christmas concert earlier this year, and then we of course had marching season. And so this isn't our last concert. It's not our first concert, but it is our only pre-UIL concert. So it's not like a huge thing. It's not like bring your grandparents, bring all your whole family. It's more of just a preparation thing.
All right. Well, it sounds like y'all are going to do awesome. I think that's all we have for this one. I wish you luck. Thank you for watching Wildcats. Thank you for coming. On to the next one.
Hello, Wildcats. I'm Natalie Sheffield. This is
Coach Fitzgerald.
And
Samuel Baird.
Today we're going to be talking about debate and why you should join and what we do. So, would you like to elaborate on a little bit about what debate is and what are the benefits?
Well, it's a program we started a few months ago where students come in, learn how to debate professionally, to argue in a professional manner, to come in and kind of conversate with people, go compete in events. Also, we do have events that are coming up very soon, where you can argue and.
The next meet we're going to is on March 1st to Miller Grove.
Yes.
Miller Grove, yeah.
And while I don't have exact details, I can say that it will definitely be a turning point for debate, as I can hope that we will be able to establish the fact that we are a serious competitive team and that we can be professional. Hopefully.
The reason why it's a turning event is because even though we've been starting for a couple of weeks at this point, we've had a very rough time trying to get into the actual professional side of debate and going to debates. We have visited and watched some debates where we went to Grand Saline, I believe, and we watched the debates up there. And we've had a couple of personnel changes. I should probably mention, I am the president of Debate Club, and this is the wonderful vice president, and this is our wonderful coach and sponsor, and he's very important and does everything.
I'll just sit there.
And we really would like you to join. We are pretty low on members right now, and this is why we are doing this interview. Some stuff that we do is we have meetings every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. Mondays it's until 6:30. Wednesdays it's until 6:30 after school, and then on Saturdays it's from 12 to 1, but that is subject to change, I believe. That's up in the air still. Some stuff that we do is we do a bunch of different cool warm-up games, and then we'll have little practice debates where we'll talk about pretty much anything. Like we had a meeting yesterday, and we ran a warm-up game that was called Devil's Advocate. And we talked about why gorillas would make good pets. And we have a bunch of fun, like different stupid topics and even serious topics that we debate. But yeah, we have a bunch of different cool, very different aspects. And we would love for you to join us. Well, I think that's all we have for this interview today, Wildcats.
We do have cookies.
We do have cookies. We have food
cupcakes,
sometimes.
yes.
And cupcakes and chips and drinks. So if you would like some cupcakes, come to debate, please. I think that's all we have for this one. Make sure to like and subscribe, and on to the next one, Wildcats.
Hello, Wildcats. I'm Colton, and I'm here today with
Vince.
And Vince is going to be talking with us today about the journalism practice that went on just this Saturday, is it?
Yeah.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about what happened this Saturday?
So 7 a.m. we woke up, we went to the Sulphur Springs High School, and it's basically how any academic UIL event works. You just sit around and you wait until your event starts. My stuff didn't start until 12:30, so I was just sitting there for a good 5 hours waiting. But we got there and it was actually pretty fun and like pretty informative. We got to see how their like different writing styles work, what they're looking for in our journalism writing and all that. And so I did editorial writing and headline.
So tell me a little bit about what that was like when you're in the moment. I'm about to say, okay, that's it? All right.
Yeah.
All right. So why don't you tell us what it was like doing the, start with the editorial.
So editorial, it was very nerve-wracking because we got sat in a like computer lab and everybody was at our at a different computer, and so large schools and small schools, the scoring gets split up by those, but you're in the room with the large schools because they don't divide you up while you're actually doing the practice competition. And so you're sitting next to these really good like large school writers and you're like, aw, shucks, I'm totally gonna lose this one. But it actually went pretty well. They give you a prompt with like a bunch of information about it and quotes, and you get like 45 minutes to write a whole page, or you can go over a page about the prompt and everything about it. And one thing I find weird is they take points off for using quotes in it, which is good to know if you're doing journalism UIL and you're doing editorial. They don't like you using quotes for some reason. But they supply us with the quotes.
And would you mind going over how the headlining went?
Okay. Headline is actually the fun one, but in the moment it's very stressful because they give you a bunch of these like prompts and a bunch of these like news articles with information on them, and you're given like a certain amount of characters you have to write a headline for the news article in. And so being limited to a certain amount of characters, it gets a little bit tricky to properly word what you want to word. So headline, it's fun but stressful, and yeah.
And how would you say that you think that you did in both editorial and headlining?
Well, I got second place in both of them, so I would say I did pretty okay, especially for a small school. Obviously, we didn't have all our journalism people there, and I think everybody would have done awesome. One of our other people who was there, Sammy, she got third in feature writing, so make sure you say congratulations to her if you see her. But I would say I feel pretty proud about what I put out there and how I placed.
Well, thank you for coming on to the show today. And if you see Vince or Sammy in the hallways, make sure to congratulate them on their second and third place medals and on to the next one.
Thank you, Wildcats, for tuning in, and make sure to like and subscribe.
Hit that bell icon.